All right, everybody. So here's our first episode on dash cams. Like I said, I bought nearly 10,000 pesos worth of dash cams to go ahead and go over. And I think the most important thing, my criteria, is a dash cam that swivels, right? So it's facing forward, but really what we want it for here in Mexico is if we're dealing with corrupt authorities, they're trying to pressure you, extort you into go ahead and giving them money for a valid reason or for a made up reason. And so the thing is go ahead and be able to twist that. Another thing too, especially we hear for people going through bucerias, for example, is they're saying, hey, you're driving too fast. So we definitely want to have to see if these lower end dash cams have that GPS, if they can go ahead and track the speed. And most of them probably aren't going to have that. Other main things that we want to go ahead and look at right here is we want to go ahead and see high definition. I don't know what we're going to get with that. The display, 4-inch display, 170 degree wide angle. So the wider the angle, the wider you're going to go ahead and see. It's going to be distorted, but you'll see more across rather than just like what you're seeing here in this image, which is straight ahead. What else have we got there? Some of these include a rear view camera, right? And so that can be installed, and that way you can get a rear view as well as a front view going on right there. Loop recording is important. What it basically means is that with most of these cameras, you have like a little, your little memory chip, and it's going to be limited to 28, 64, 128, 256 gigabytes. That's crazy when I think about that. I'm old school, I guess. That was more than my first computer. Anyways, and so the more memory it can accommodate, the longer that it can go ahead and record, the longer it will go ahead and loop. A G sensor. A G sensor is that's wrong. No, not that G. This G sensor, this G sensor is going to feel the gravitational. So, like if you're in an accident, right, it's going to feel that knock and it's going to go ahead and do a little automatic recording saying that you were involved in something, like maybe you got bumped or was a sudden braking maneuver, something like that. It will record that. I have heard people go ahead and state that the issue that does come up is that all the topes and the baches, the speed bumps and the potholes that we have here in Mexico, is sometimes on theirs it's sending off their G sensor on their dash cam because it thinks you're in an accident or something like that. And then what else? Recording. If it can go ahead and record vocal audio, that's obviously something very important. And this is important because one, we want to use these dash cams as an aversion to go ahead and avert corrupt authorities from harassing you. And then two, if they are harassing you, then we want to go ahead and you need to go ahead and I know people tell me, they go, oh, I'm in a nice truck. This is the main cop that's in town. I don't want to, have a bad issue, but you got to report these guys. You report these guys, and we'll go ahead and give you the right track on how to report dirty authorities because that way they get rid of them. Now, here in Mexico, oftentimes you need to understand you have the option to offer a bribe or a mordida, a little bite, as they say right here. It's not an obligation. And so when you're pulled over, they say, hey, we're going to give you a ticket. And you say, yeah. But some of them aren't. Some are dirty. They're going to go ahead and pressure you. Oh, it's 5,000 pesos. You got to pay it right now. This is stuff that we want to go ahead and get rid of. All right. So anyways, go ahead and share thoughts, comments, all that stuff, observations, recommendations in the comments below. We appreciate that. And we'll start getting into these individual units. All right. Thanks for watching PatsPlatesPV TV.